Sometimes we gotta let it burn. This is a true story, and I'm gonna try to keep it as general as possible. But one of my children did not get on the honor roll. They missed it due to being off just a few percentage points in one of their classes, and they had a high seat. And my child did not want to attend the award ceremony at school that day because they didn't get it, and most of their friends got the honor roll. It was a hard decision, but we told our child, you have to go. You're not gonna stay home sick. You're not gonna miss out. You will go. You will celebrate your friends. We wanted our child to just learn in that moment, allow them to experience just a little bit of pain. And as a parent, that's extremely difficult. But remember, I'm a teacher, not a speaker. See, my child not getting on the honor roll, it was challenging for them. However, that's going to be the same thing that motivates them to push just a little bit harder moving forward so that that will not happen again. Not that the emphasis is that they have to be perfect or that they have to do something just because their friends or peers are doing it, but just because they are more than capable of achieving those academic awards. So guess what? They had to go to that award ceremony. We just had to allow them as parents, allow them to let it burn. And as a teacher, I'm gonna have to allow it to burn within myself, within my students, and within everybody under the sound of my voice. Sometimes we have to let it burn. In all respect to those families and individuals and businesses that are being affected by this currently, sometimes a forest fire, it's for the benefit of the woods. It's for the benefit of the animals and the living organisms. See, over time, plants, they die. Leaves, they fall. Animals themselves die, and you have accumulation of just this thick biomass that accumulates out in the fields and in the forest. And over time, that could drown out any type of plant that's growing. Over time, that's gonna cause mildew and algae and other things to accumulate. So when there's a forest fire, that burns out all that additional biomass. Unfortunately, some animals get lost in that fire, but which animals are those? Those are the ones that are older and sick. And I know that sounds harsh. I'm not being insensitive, but if we're simply looking at nature in the full circle of life and animals being in the best ecosystem and having the best of their species to survive and reproduce, that forest fire in the long run is something that truly enhances the forest. And there's so many benefits of that forest fire, including the ashes and what it adds to the soil, that forest fire, sometimes we just gotta let it burn. In some areas, rangers actually intentionally set these fires to let them burn because they know the benefits of the land. So we may always want to run and grab that fire extinguisher and blow out that flame, or run in the opposite direction when we see that fire coming, but sometimes we just have to let it burn. This is something that's not new to me, but I heard someone discuss how the antidote is in the venom. You see, if I was out somewhere, let's say in a rainforest, and I get bit by a black mamba, or I'm somewhere else and I get bit by a cobra, these are highly venomous snakes. I need that anti-venom. I need that antidote as soon as possible, or I could lose a limb, or even more, lose my life. But I'll tell you this, the antidote is found in the poison. So in order for the antidote, the anti-venom to be produced, you have to have venom. And it's from that venom, it's from that poison that we find the cure. So as we go through these challenges, as we feel like we're burning in the forest, just know that even that pain has purpose. Now, I always want to be sensitive. This message is not for everyone. There are some individuals that may hear this and they are going through some things that I would not wish on my worst enemy. So this message may not apply to you, but for the rest of us, once again, know that the anti-venom, know that the antidote is often found in the poison. Now remember, I'm a teacher, not a speaker. If I were to look at two elements, sodium and chlorine, one is a green poisonous gas and the other is a silvery metal. They both could inflict a lot of harm or be lethal to a human being. But when that sodium and chlorine come together, they could produce table salt. And that table salt is something that enhances the flavor of food and has been used and is still used to preserve food. So we're looking at two things. Once again, thinking about that poison, we're looking at sodium, we're looking at chlorine, things that could be lethal to humans, but when they come together, after they go through their process, they now could be used to preserve food. They now could be used to enhance the flavor of food. Once again, the antidote, the anti-venom is found in the venom, is found in the poison. Sometimes we just have to let it burn. Sometimes we just have to attend that honor roll ceremony, even though we did not have all A's and B's. Now remember, I'm a teacher, not a speaker, and I want you to have an amazing day.